Hey you guys, Erica here from Success with HCG. I did not do a video yesterday because I ended up waking up late and barely getting my kids off to school. So I did not get to weigh in the mornings like I usually do, and because that's something that I've kind of made a routine for myself, I want to continue to keep that up. So that way, in my mind, I'm accurate with how much I weigh and how much I've lost. But I think because I didn't do that, I think subconsciously I kind of thought that that was a free pass for myself. I'm sorry if I'm looking wrong, you guys. I don't have a whole lot of light in here when I use my Mac. But for some reason when I use my iPad or my phone, it's like the lighting is great. But the way that the little thing is, I have to look. It's not like my Mac where I look up. I have to look to the side. But anyways, I digress. So anyways, I think subconsciously it was kind of a free, I was kind of giving myself a free pass because I didn't weigh in. So I did very well in the beginning of the day, like I usually do. I always do well from the morning time up until the time, I think I want to say until the time around when my kids are eating dinner, getting ready for bed / going to bed. Around that time is when it's like it's like war. It's like a mental war with myself, because like I told you guys before, I have a habit of kind of justifying when I'm doing something. And I'm trying really, really hard to break those habits. And I'm not going to lie, it's kind of difficult. But yesterday, being that I kind of was like, okay, I didn't weigh in, I didn't do my normal routine. So therefore, when I was cooking for my kids, one of the things that I cooked for them was rolls. So while I was cooking for them and while I was feeding them, I picked up a roll and I took a bite. And once I took a bite, I was like, oh, I really shouldn't be eating this, but man, this roll is really good. So I went ahead and ate the roll, and it was downhill from there. It was like I got a taste of the roll, and then after my kids eating, there were 2 more rolls left over, so I ended up eating those. And then after I ate those, I was like, well, you know what? I want something sweet to eat now. Now, thankfully, I didn't have any chocolate chip cookies. I had none of those. They were all gone, so that was good. So I ended up eating a granola bar. I ate a granola bar, and then I ended up having some white cheddar popcorn. Like I said, you guys, it went downhill. It was like after I had that one bite of the roll, everything else was just like, it was like a black hole I was spiraling into. And I knew I was going to pay for it the next day, even though I didn't know how much I weighed. I know on, was it Wednesday? Wednesday I weighed 156.8. And I didn't know how much I weighed that morning. And then, so I said, you know what? Okay, tomorrow's a new day. Let me get back on the wagon, back on the horse. So this morning I did weigh myself. And I weigh 157.2. So from Wednesday to today, I've gained, let's see, 156 point. How much did I gain? How much is that, you guys? I'm horrible with math. What is that? 156.8. So that's what, 0.4 ounces? Okay, not too bad. Still in the 150 range, but a girl's got goals. Okay, that was another thing I kind of thought about today, was by me kind of going on this pattern of the cheating and being okay with it, I really should not be okay with it for a couple of reasons. One, that's just not how this particular diet is set up to be cheating. Either I'm going to pay for it now, or I'm going to pay for it in the long run with me cheating. And when I say cheating, I mean like what I did yesterday, you know, like I went completely berserk, you know, and it was kind of a rebellious thing too. It was like, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do it. It was kind of my little temper tantrum kind of thing, and I wanted it, so I ate it. But back to what I was saying, you know, I really was just like, you know, I cannot be okay with this, and something's got to give. Because, like I said, one, it's just not the way that this is designed to, you know, go on these war paths of eating carbs and sweets and stuff. It's just not the way it's intended. I'm going to end up gaining the weight, and I'm going to be upset with myself. Or I'm just going to be like, oh, tomorrow's a new day. And I'm just going to continue to say it for, you know, one day it's going to turn into a week's going to turn into a month, and before I know it, in a year, I'm still in the same place. And I don't want, that's not why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this to stay in the same place. You know, I want to change. So I basically, this morning, I kind of gave myself the old military TI drill. Erica, you gonna get your act together, because you're wasting money. I mean, I'm taking these drops and they're not cheap. I'm taking them and I'm cheating, and you know, well, I'm taking them and I'm doing what I'm not doing what I should do. Even if I was following some sort of a MOP, that's a new thing I've learned, you guys, MOP. Never heard it before a couple days ago, so I kind of looked that up. But if I'm doing my own little protocol, and at least doing things that I know that my body will agree with, I'm not doing that. It's like I'm just going completely left. So it's like, you know what, you're either going to get yourself together and you're really going to do this thing, set yourself some goals, reward yourself on them. I'm going to have to be hard with myself. It's just what I'm going to have to do, and it's just the way that I work. It's like because for so many years, I've kind of I've had a very free life, as far as, you know, I don't have a 9-to-5 job. I don't have anyone really telling me what to do throughout the day. And I've kind of built my life around that after getting out of the military. It was like, I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to work the way I want to work. I'm going to do everything the way I want to do. It's just that whole, you know, kind of F the world kind of thing. Erica's going to do what Erica wants to do. You know, my husband tells me that all the time. He's like, there's no point in me telling you anything, because you're just going to do what you want to do anyways. And he's right. You know, not that that's a bad thing, but there are consequences to that. And the consequence with this particular thing that I'm doing is I'm not changing. I'm not. So I'm going to need a wake-up call. Either I'm going to have to get my act together, or be content with being the way that I am right now. Be content with, you know, being overweight and being pre-diabetic and having hypothyroidism. Be content with that. Be content with it. You know what? My husband, he likes me just the way I am. If he likes me just the way I am, then why does it matter? You know? But that's not why I'm wanting to change. I want to change for Erica. I'm not trying to do this, you know, for my husband. My husband loves me just the way I am. My kids, you know, they're cool with it. You know, they're cool with it as long as I'm cooking for them. They don't care, you know. But I'm not happy. So I have to do something about this. I really, really do. It's like, there's no more of this. Whatever it takes for me to do this, and the sacrificing that I'm going to have to do just for a little while. I mean, this isn't something that is a long-term thing. I learned how to eat now, and I get my bad habits together now. Sorry, someone just sent me an email. If I get all of those things that, you know, has caused me to gain the weight, if I get all that under control, then I will be, it's not to say, like, for instance, with the cookies, eventually I'll be able to eat the cookies. But instead of having a whole dozen of cookies, I'll be content with just eating one. I'll be completely fine with it. And I'm trying to get to that point, because I'm not at that point now, and I know I've said this before. So, and I'm ranting, you guys. I have a problem with that. I see I'm already at 10 minutes. I'm sorry. but I just really had to get this out. I'm not even frustrated with myself, and I think that's what's frustrating me. It's that I'm not even frustrated with the fact that I'm not worried about the path that I'm going down. So something absolutely has to change. I'm not doing this no more. After these drops, I'm not buying no more. I told myself that today. I said I'm not spending any more money on doing this. With what I have, I can lose the weight with what I have. My goal weight is to get down to 120 pounds. That's the goal. Right now I'm at 157. That's 37 pounds. I have enough for 60 days. I could do 60 days and lose that 37 pounds even before the 60-day mark. Shoot, even before my birthday, which I would love for that to happen. But even if I get down to 130, like, I just want to get out of that danger zone. I'm just so, it's like I'm really like on the cusp of that danger zone. Now, am I morbidly obese? No, I'm not. But given my family history and given the problems I'm already having, you know, it's like I gotta wake up. I've got to wake up. I'm gonna be 34 this year. You know, 35 is around the corner. I'll be considered in my mid-30s. And before I know it, I'll be in my 40s. And I don't want to wake up in my 40s and think, dang, I wasted all that time not really, you know, giving myself the chance. The chance that I know I deserve. Because if you're not happy, you just got to do something about it. Only you can do something about it. And that's the only thing. And I know, you know, you should be just happy with the way you look. You know, it's not all about the outward appearance. It's not. But if I'm going to be honest here, you guys, I am not happy with how I look. You know, I don't even like necessarily telling my friends and family that because they think I look just fine. You know, they're like, oh, you look good. You know, you're good. But I don't feel that way. So if I don't feel that way, then nothing else really matters. It really doesn't. Now, you guys, I'm at 12 minutes now. I've ranted enough. Sorry. I'm a ranter. If you watched this far, thank you very much. Thank you for supporting, encouraging me. And, you know, everyone else who's on this, stay strong on it. You know, I just love that there's this little community of people who understand and who get it. You know, if you don't necessarily have people around you who understand why you're kind of doing this you know, quote unquote drastic thing, you know, because a lot of people do think it's drastic, you know, being on a 500 calorie restricted diet and taking, you know, basically these drops or, you know, injections. You know, to some people that's considered crazy. But the little group, you know, of people who are on this and who are doing the HCG diet, you guys get it. And like I said, thank you so much for supporting me. And I'm going to continue to support you. And if you're new watching this, you know, learn. I'm hoping that you can get something out of it. You know, the reason why I am doing this video and doing the vlogs and the blogging and stuff is to hold myself accountable, but also when I get to the point, when I get to my finish line, you guys, I want to be able to look at this and say, wow, I've come so far. You know, putting yourself out there is not easy to do, but and also in a way it's therapy. It really is, because I don't have anybody really speaking back and giving me their opinion on it, and it's great. I love it. So I love you guys. I will talk with you later. And, you know, hopefully I'll do a video tomorrow. Most likely I will. Because I'm just at that point of being tired. So I'll talk with you guys later. Bye.